Hey, 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 and welcome to another edition of Music and Mixing. I'm DJ Michael Joseph. Welcome. We do this each and every single Wednesday night, 9 p.m. right here on Disc Jockey News. If you follow us each and every week, sometimes I'm set up with the equipment in front of me back there, but tonight's episode is going to be about some stuff that it's more pictures and talk and stuff like that than anything. So we don't have the deck set up tonight, so if you want to see any special kind of mixes, tune in next week. If you're new to us, we take a little time at the beginning, wait for people to get into the chat room, and then we kind of get going. If you're watching this on demand, then just kind of fast forward a little bit. We'll get to the main topic here in just a few seconds. We always go first with me talking about it, and then I answer questions in the chat room because there's a live chat. If you're watching, pardon me, if you're watching on demand later on, there's a live chat that I'm back and forth with tonight. And there's probably going to be a lot of back and forth tonight because tonight's topic is going to be a little bit everywhere. I'm not sure if I can actually get it to where it needs to be. I think it's going to be a little bit kind of spread out. Pardon me. So I'm going to do my best. So tonight, first off, let's see who is in the chat room. Let's say hello to them. Art Sanchez, hello. Reggie, another one of our regulars. Hello, Reggie. Gus, how are you doing? See, there's already talk about drinking in the chat room. So go ahead if you wish. I might even say the M word tonight. For those of you who don't know, we have a drinking game. Whenever I say a certain M word, everybody takes a drink if you want. Let's see who else we have in here. Howie, what's going on, Howie? DJ, I'm going to say this wrong. Shinjanks? Please forgive me if I say that. From Holland. Yay, Holland. I don't know if I've ever had a viewer from Holland before. Thank you so much. We get them from all over the world. So if you guys want to shout out from where you're at, I'll definitely give everybody a shout out where they're from. Jimmy Spin's back in here tonight. TJ Todd is also, besides a DJ, he's a UPS employee, and he's this season, I'm sure, working a lot of overtime. So he's actually listening to us live while he's in the truck. So thanks for Todd for tuning in. Ultimate Choice Entertainment, hello. JY3 Productions, what's going on? Randy at Sound Obsessions DJs, what's going on, everybody? Wow, we got a nice little chat room going on tonight. I love this. Yeah, so that's awesome. I looked at the schedule for the rest of the month, and it doesn't look like we're going to miss any days that I don't know of. The only one that's possibly in question is the day after Christmas, but I don't see why that would matter for me, so I'm going to be here. Jimmy wants to get it started with the game. Ultimate Choice Entertainment, hello, watching from Youngstown, Ohio. That's not too far from me. I'm in Pittsburgh, so hey, I've been to your town. Have you been to mine? I'm sure you have. If not, stop over, say hello. So yeah, but Youngstown's not far away. See who else we have here. Palmdale, California. Awesome. West Coast. Don't beat me up for doing that. Because if I'm going to do the West Coast, then I'm going to do the MJ. So, all right. Sorry. Had to go there. Yeah, I always like to... I love the chat. There's just an awesome interaction, be able to do this live. For those of you, I don't know, because some of the videos, the chat is actually available afterwards if you're watching it on demand, but some of them it's not. But if not, Jimmy just asked Todd, who we said was a UPS employee, ask him if he wears his uniform to gigs. And we have some characters in our chat. All right, so we're just about ready to start. I'm going to go in here. Choice work in Beaver Falls, used to live in Robinson. Oh, okay, wow. That's very cool. Yeah, I used to work in Robinson when I used to have a day job on top of my DJing. So, GK the DJ from Oregon. All right. We are so spread out on tonight's chat room. I absolutely love that. I love that we have so many different people. All right, so we're about ready to start. We get everybody in the chat. Feel free to, again, if I see it while we're starting the show, I'll definitely do a shout out. For those of you who are new to the show, first off, we always cover some stuff and then answer some questions. Most of the time, I have my DJ deck set up, and we're talking over that, multiple cameras. We'll be back to that next week. This week's topic I just felt was a little bit... It was very picture-oriented and kind of talking about it besides the pictures and oriented. It isn't necessarily about mixing. the title of the show is Pimp My DJ Gear, and it's all about simply making your DJ gear look awesome and why you should do that. We just had, Jimmy's saying where he's from, High Point, North Carolina. So tonight we're going to look over all the different ways you can customize your gear and stuff like that. Now, keep in mind that this show is called Music and Mixing. It's mainly about the mix DJ. It's about DJs who go out and get hired because of their ability to mix, whether it's a bar, a club, a festival, something like that, a DJ battle, but it's all about the mix DJ. And a lot of tonight's customization fits that style of DJ as opposed to a DJ who does weddings, because we're going to look at quite a few different things here tonight when it comes to some of the stuff and why you should decorate your gear, customize your gear, however you want to do that. And now for some of you who do the wedding side, doing some of the stuff I'm going to show you tonight, you wouldn't want to do because it really is loud. You can. I'm not saying you can't, but for most of them, they like a really clean, professional look. But on the other side, when you get to the mixed DJs, which is what this show's about, you need to set yourself apart. You need to have your own flavor, your own style, and having it just clean and neat isn't there. I feel I'm too clean and neat for what I do, and I'm actually looking in to changing some of this stuff soon because I'm looking at some of my stuff and thinking it's too plain, too ordinary. I don't stand out. So it just kind of helps. So we're going to be talking about that. So you want to stand out. And again, like the one side looking clean is more professional. I can see guys come in and do a gig and have their gear decked out like I'm going to show you pictures of tonight. And the people who hire them are going to go, this is the guy I want here. He looks professional. He isn't coming in with just some plain, ordinary piece of equipment. It looks professional because it's done up, painted, whatever we end up doing with that. And one of the other things is, then this business about being unique, you are your own brand when it comes to the mix DJ, that when it comes to marketability, that makes you more marketable to look like this, to where they can put you on a flyer and you look marketable, dressed well, all that kind of stuff. And also your equipment, if that's shown, or a picture of people there next to it, it looks really good and it isn't going to look like you're just some Joe Schmo on there. So again, a lot of this stuff tonight, I'm going to show pictures of me too. And like I said, most of the stuff I feel is my stuff's a little too boring. So let's not use me as a good example yet, because I'm working on stuff, because I do have a few little things here and there. Gus is from Ontario, Canada. What's going on? So we're multi-nation tonight. I love this. Let's just keep this growing. So, okay, let's talk about some of the things in the world of DJing that you would customize. Like the first thing almost every single DJ customizes is their laptop, because it's up front, it's facing everybody, all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of is your billboard, it's your advertisement, and there's so many things you can do with that. I'm going to share some pictures tonight, and I'm trying to read Reggie. How do you say that, Reggie? Wapaka, Wisconsin? Is that how you say that, Reggie? I don't know. Help me with that. But the laptop, some of the real basics, and I keep mine really basic, and I shouldn't. But yet again, here's the funny thing. I've been DJing so long that I was decorating my laptop way back before it became popular to decorate. I mean, like I would go out and DJ in clubs, and I would be the only person that had something on the front of my laptop other than like a sticker or something. And now everybody has all these custom ones, and to the level that we're going to do some of them tonight. So I'm going to share some pictures. For now in the chat, I'm not going to be able to see you if I'm doing that. So kind of hang with the questions for a little bit. We'll definitely get back to them. But tonight, I'm going to show some stuff, and I'm going to show different things you can do with just a laptop right now. Okay, so all right. So this was my first laptop. So I'm out in the clubs, 15 years ago, whatever it is, with this decorated this way, and as you can see, the decks below me there, I'm going to show them a little bit later because they were decorated also. And this was at I believe it was at the it's the International Auto Show in Pittsburgh is where I was DJing at. That one was, and that's the way one of my first laptop was decorated there, and it just is a way of advertising. Now, this is what it looks like now. This was taken at the DJ Expo this year when we did the set, and I decided to take off the name and the other thing and just keep it that way. I'm not sure which I like better. I think I like this better than The first one, you guys can tell me in the chat. I don't know, but that's the first one. So you can go to as simple as getting just cut out, because I had a sign shop sponsor me, and I used to put them on the website. They're actually closed down, and they've kind of went out of business. Well, didn't go out of business. The guy retired. He was older. And this is just vinyl cutout that he did in the thing, and then we stuck it on there, and that's all it is, a simple vinyl cutout. So the first place you can do, if you're going to go super simple, you can go to a local shop and have it done in vinyl. Or you can go to some of the other ones like I'm going to show you here and have some stuff really high-end done. Now the first step above that is a simple, what's called vinyl printing, and it's a print of something on vinyl that's then stuck to the back. And this is our dear friend at the same men, Dan Carpenter, DC Entertainment, and this is his laptop. We actually have the same laptop, so this is the funny thing. This is my laptop with my thing, and they're both identical laptops, and this is his laptop with the full thing on it. So you can see how that it can change it with literally the exact same laptop. So things like that you can do with the simple printing. There's companies I'm going to label here, and I don't have them in the list of addresses in the show notes below yet. After the show, look later on tonight. I'm going to copy and paste and put all the links to everything I'm talking about tonight. So you have to come back to the video. They're not there now, but they will be there soon. I just didn't have time today. So you can go to customizing like that with a full print. You can even do something simple like buy these pre-done ones that don't have your name on them or anything, but they're just pre-done and you stick them on there yourself. This one I thought was really kind of cool. But they're all pre-done. This is another vinyl printed one where they did everything, because you can even see in this section right here down by the keys where I'm at there. They even have that done. These are some more that are out there, different ones that are done. This one is where we're going to get to in a little bit. This is a stick-on to the back of the laptop that is either USB or USB power pack or plug-in powered LED lighting behind there. Here's another one that's the same way. We're going to show a video here in a minute of them doing their thing. But these stick like super close to, you can see how close, it's right on top of the laptop, and you plug and unplug from down here in the corner. And this is what some of it looks like. Get this video going here. There we go. This is the first one. Luma Media International is one of them. We're going to show a little bit of what they do, and you can see some of them blink. And there's quite a few different ones. Like I said, several companies. We're going to show another company here in a minute. Fast forward here and show this one, and you can see how thin the thing is that gets stuck to the back of your computer. That's how thin it is, and they light up in different kind of setups. So you can have them blink fast, blink slow, stay on, or sound activated. And all you do is you stick them to the back of your laptop. Here's another one that is a fitted back piece that fits on. So they do them customized that will pop right onto the back of certain laptops that you can get, that a lot of people have. Like, it's mostly the Mac stuff that it fits because there's so many different ones that are exact same size. Some of them are really bright. They blink and do all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to fast forward here. This is one. They kind of show the pack there and how it moves and how different. It doesn't have to be just one color. Different things are lit. And it shows how thin it is there. This is with the situation with the room. So imagine a room with it like that. You're in a club, whatever, and it's blinking like that. Like I said, for some weddings you may not want that, but for other things you do. This is the other company. This is Sticker Light. And I love these guys. As you can see in that first one, it was going up. And as he's hitting these beats, just like one of those little sound meters, it reacts to the sound meters. So it's not just on and off, it reacts to the sound. And we're just going to show a couple of different ones here. This one's on, and that goes right to left. Some, you can make it go top to bottom, however you want it to do there. Like this one's a top to bottom one, DJ. So that's kind of cool. But it's Sticker Light's a company that does these. They're not terribly expensive, actually. This one I liked a lot because it's really, really kind of detailed. There's a lot of stuff going on that one. And I kind of like that. So those are some of the laptop things you can do. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there. If you have any questions, again, I can't really see the chat right now as I'm going through some of these things. But hold off on some of those things there, and let me get back to the questions. There's also one more company called Colorware, and what they do is that a lot of DJs use Macs, and on the back of the Mac is the little lit apple. Okay, what they do is that they replace that panel, but they keep the lighting for the apple there, and then put your logo. So it's not a sticker on it; it's a plate the plate that would be normally on there, they replace that plate with another plate and let that Apple light your logo or whatever you want on there. So it's custom milled and everything. Very expensive, but that's the other end, where instead of having a sticker or thing on there, it's just your normal Apple light from the Apple lit up, but with your logo instead of theirs. So that's the first thing. Laptops, everybody does the laptops. Next one is mixers and skins for mixers and turntables. I can't even talk right now. If I can get this to open up, there we go. So you can take something that's as simple as this is a plain mixer. This is the Rain 72 with some color caps, which we're going to get into the color caps here in a little bit. But this is what the mixer looked like first, and this is what it looked like afterwards. So we went from the first one, went from this to this. And this is one of our guys that helps out with this Jockey News stuff, DJ Superfly. And the cool thing about this setup is that instead of that being stuck to the top of the mixer, he has it stuck to a sheet of magnet. And the sheet of magnet sits there, so whenever he's ready to sell it, he can just lift the magnet off and the thing's perfect. But one of the things you have to think about is down there where the fader is, a lot of us do a lot of scratching, and it wears out the fader cover. So sometimes you can replace that cover, but if you put a sticker on it like he did here, you do not have to worry about it. You just, for resale, you just peel your sticker off, and your thing looks brand new, as if it was brand new without all the wear and tear on the paint. I really liked his setup. We're going to show some more like this with his. Now, a little bit ago, I showed you one of me and how I had you could see the decks behind there that were customized. And this is what mine is to where I just had him put the vinyl sticker right in the middle of the mixer that I had. And these are the Denon 1200s. And underneath of that plate, it was a clear plate. I then put my logo under there. So I had that on both places. This was back, you can understand, this is at the beginnings of using MP3s. And music. These ones here back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, actually took thumb drives. So I spun off of that thumb drive, attached a little keyboard to it, and on that tiny little screen right there, I could search for songs and everything and bring them up via the thumb drive. But that's how I had that customized on there. Now the next one, we're going to go into more full systems in a bit, but I want to show the whole system here. Mainly I want to show the mixer to start with, but my good friend DJ Cadillac, who has been on the show, this is what he did with his Pioneer S9, and I really like that he has a very clean white look for his weddings. Finest Events is the name of his company, and this is how his setup looks, and they're really clean, professional, and we're going to talk about these plates here in a little bit also. Next one is the fact that they can even do it to individual CD players, these really old Pioneer players, but they can do it to those and mixers. Another one here that's a setup where he did the center plates, which we're going to talk about the center plates. Another one which he put his picture on there, and again, that's the printed vinyl that does that, which I thought was really cool. What else do we have here? This is DJ Jazzy Jeff's. This was done by Pimp My Turntables, I believe, if I'm correct. Yeah, Pimp My Turntables, which we'll talk about them and talk about the different brands here in a bit. And they went all out and put lighting under it. They painted, as you can see right here, they painted the dimples and stuff on that. They did everything over on the turntable. We'll talk about some painting on the turntable, but that's as far as you can go. Now, if you want to go back to one like this, you see this plate here. The S9 and different ones have plates. You can, if you don't want to go to the sticker, you can buy just a custom plate to go on like the S9 or whatever. And they make several different ones that if you look, this isn't a sticker, it's a replaced plate. And it's one of the things they do, so I think that was really cool. I have another one here where it's just the mixer the guy did. I liked that a lot. This is a fully wrapped all the way around mixer. This is an older one, which I thought that was kind of neat. It's really loud, but it's great. There's a lot to that. Another one where they did the mixer and the full turntables, which we're going to get into that here in a little bit. They do the full turntables. Different skins that you can get done for just mixers alone. And that stuff you can do with the mixers. Mixers and some of the turntable stuff. Next one we're going to look at is turntables only, because there's a lot more you can do with the turntables aside from just paint them. And we're going to show some really cool things that they do with them that are more than painting or stickers. And the first thing I want to show is the fact that they put lighting underneath them now, LED lighting, so that you can have different ways to have that lit up. I've seen ones with acrylic plates so that the light shines through. This is another one that's lit up you can see the acrylic plating light up around there, how they have that. Even underneath of the pitch fader right there, it's lit underneath. They paint the tone arm holder there, and all these different things you can do with them. Another turntable one again where they painted that, and he got his center plate to match. This is DJ Henry Customs, and he does like some incredible customization, including stuff like this where they put the dicer into the faceplate of it, to where you don't. This is a thing that you can put on. Not a lot of people use them now because the mixers have all the cue buttons and stuff in them. But before that, they used to have these. These were add-ons that give you cue buttons and effects, and this was just something that you stuck on the side. He's built them down into it. Some more underlit ones there that I thought was really cool. Same guy, and it's the underlit and the dicers in the corner. This one's done up with just about everything you could imagine. This one, like I said, they can do custom painting on every piece of it, not just that. And you can even see around the edge that instead of it being black, they painted it to match. So all of those are matching in there. Red light underneath as opposed to that. Let's see what we got here. This one's for a radio station, that they do that for some of the stuff so it matches. So you can, depending on what your company is. This one has a lot of different stuff going on it. And we're back to Cadillac stuff where he has all these different things he added to it in there, which I've always liked. And then this one's another one that's highly underlit, but it's really weird one that I thought was kind of neat that shows how far it can get. I couldn't find any of the acrylic ones to show, but there's a lot with those. Next one is controllers, because a lot of us use controllers, and this is where I want to get into, and I think I have a picture in here of the 7000 somebody customized. I'm pretty sure I do, and show you the difference between a plain one and the customization of the controllers. And these are a little bit easier, and this is probably what I'm going to end up doing because I mainly use controllers. So this is some of the customization that I think I'm going to get done. So the first one is the 7000. So this is what mine could look like if I wanted it to. Is this the 7? No, this is the DJSX. That's what this one is, sorry. And it's just a sticker over top, but you can understand when they sticker them that you still get all the labels. So the companies that print these out, and we're going to rattle through them, and like I said, I'll add them to the show notes later. So you still have all your labeling for each thing, so you're not guessing what it is. This is the 7000 that someone did. So this is what mine would look like. And like I said, it's done up with everything, including stickers on top of the platters, which I think is really cool. How that affects that, how that doesn't affect that is what I mean. I don't know, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. Style Flip did this one. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna mention quite a few of these. They did a bunch of these for the controllers. Here's another one that they did. I thought this was 12-inch skin. Sorry. This one the guy did, which I thought was kind of cool because he did the laptop and the controller to match, which I thought that is awesome. Very creative. Right on top, even like I said, the plate covers over top of that with his thing. I believe that's a light up also. So again, customizing to get yourself seen and known. You can do kind of older stuff like this where it's split colors, so you have the mixer in the middle that shows up. Some really heavy duty stuff all the way across there. And finally, this one here was it is what it is. It's T-Pain's. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of neat. It's loud, but it's great, and that's the whole idea, is to get yourself noticed. So those are some of the stuff you can do with the controllers. And again, some of the stuff that you do with the turntables and the mixers, they're all kind of done by the same kind of companies. They all have whatever you're using. They can change it up and do what you need to do with it. That the T-Pain one was an old NS7, I believe, one of the first ones, which I owned that one. I love that one. Crazy heavy, but I love that. Next one is headphones, and I know many of you who go to the expo, you know Floyd Rose is there, and he does a lot of customization of stuff. And these are some of the headphones that they do. They're really kind of known for this. But there's other companies out there that do stuff, and even like the plates on the Vimotas, or however you want to pronounce that, can be done that very easily. There's another company out there called Custom Cans out of the UK that not only does painting, special labeling of your name, but they do ones that are lit up and stuff. So that's lit up with a switch there, which I think is a pain. I don't understand why it's a pain to have that, but yeah, it's cool. That's the on-off switches. I think they could have done that better. But they can have them lit. Or you can just do what this stupid guy does and just put stickers on your headphones. You can just be that dumb guy. Again, this was the first laptop way back. I think this was a school dance I was doing. I don't know. Yeah, it had to have been a school dance. It was way back. I mean, way back. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't really remember. But yeah, idiot just puts his stickers on the headphones. So y'all can do what you want to do. You know what I mean? There's so much more we're going to get into. And now we're kind of getting in. Like I said, a lot of this is for the mixed DJ. So it's a little bit more than your average kind of like wedding guy, because you understand those of us who mix, the equipment we use is our tool. So if we're a race car driver, this is our race car. If we're a carpenter, this is our hammer and saw. You know, however you want to just use that analogy. If we're a guitar player, this is our guitar. You know, however you want to word that. And that's why you do some of the customizations. Now, underneath the plate, for those of you who don't do a lot of vinyl mixing, don't know, there's a thing on there called a slipmat, and that makes that so that the platter turns and you can grab the record and it'll slide. And you can even get customized slip plates on there if you want. This one I thought was kind of neat. He put a slip plate that looked like the picture of the stuff underneath. 12-inch skins just let you put your logo on there however you want. This one I thought was kind of neat. Now, this is also getting now into the slip plates, but the actual control vinyl, the Serato control vinyl, you can get it customized, so it doesn't have to be a single color. You can get it customized however you want. And that's what this person did with theirs, through to, I believe it was 12-inch skins also. This is another one that was done. This is the Rain 12, which takes a little bit of extra work because you have to drill a couple of holes, but you can just go out and order these custom-made that would fit a record player with a single hole in the center, drill a couple extra things. There's actually kits that fit them now that will let you put the little thing on top that locks them in place. And even for the Rain 12, that you can put that in there, different ones here. And we're back to DJ Cadillacs again with the 12 and that customized plate right there that he had made. And that's all it was that's the thing that's different there is you see how that in this one, there's a round. That's the one that the Rain comes with. And then this is the add-on kit. Whoops, not sorry, that one. This is the add-on kit with the oblong, so that it gets you so that you can put them down in there and it drops it and locks it in place so it doesn't slide at all. It doesn't move around, which I thought was really good. And there's a little locking pin right there. But as you see, as he did the skin, it fits every side of that, front, back, everything. So that's how far you can take this stuff with even just the plates and the platters. Now, we're going to go look at knobs now because you can think, you can sticker things, you can everything. The knobs is one of the first things, besides the laptop, was the first thing I started with, changing the color of knobs. Those of you who follow me, I use Virtual, and Virtual's half red, right side's red, left side's blue. So I decided to do that with mine. First, we're going to take a look at 12-inch skins. The same company did all the other skins. They also do customizing of fader knobs. Not just the colored knobs, which I'm going to show in a minute, but the fader knob. You can have a customized fader knob if you want. And this is some of the stuff theirs is. And all that is your logo or pictures on a crossfader knob. So if you want your logo on there, you can put your logo on there. And all that is a crossfader knob. Again, customizing it. This is mine with my half red, half blue. Just switched out the knobs. That was all. Nothing major. But you can do to the nth degree with ones like this that come as kits. So you can buy a kit for the Rain 72, and it has colored ones for certain sections already picked out. So you would have the different ones like the ones that are green and blue, that each one of those is the kit that you get everything in one purchase, including the fader knobs. You can mix and match if you like literally mix and match everywhere. And yes, I do know those look like starbursts. But you can do the full colorization and a couple other ones. This is another one of the kit ones, which I thought was really cool. So that's knobs. Knobs are easy. Again, we're going to talk about the different brands and why I like ones over different ones. And the final one is something that has just come about in the past couple of years. Right now that I know of, specifically, there's more than one company that does this, but there's one company that specifically makes bags for DJs. There are other companies that makes bags that you can get customized with your logo, but they're not necessarily DJ bags that are oriented towards the things that DJs carry with them. But the only company right now that I know that does that is Jetpack, that does them cut their DJ backpacks with compartments and things designed for the DJ, and you can get it customized. The first one I want to show here is our very own DJ Shaney's bag. I think she has a couple of them now, but this is her bag. I believe she was in one of her many long trips somewhere because she travels all the time, but this is her backpack. This is DJ Cool, the song Let Me Clear My Throat. This is his, and Jetpack does these. They also do, instead of black, you can do camo ones and get your stuff put on the camo ones. Stuff like that, to where it's, like I said, it's all part of advertising and marketing. And you can get something simple as that. You don't necessarily have to have a giant logo, but you can have that. And just for the record, that little zipper fob that he has there, I actually have that. So it's kind of cool. I never noticed that. I have that. I'm actually doing a video coming up soon of all the different DJ things I collect. But that's the final one. That is the different things you can add. Now, I'm going to take a little commercial break, hit up our sponsors, and then we'll come back. We'll answer some questions, and I'll give you some more information of where they came from. And if you want to ask questions, my opinions, what I've seen of them, what I think, all that kind of stuff, you can ask it right after this commercial break. We'll be back in a second.
Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, and DJNTV Insiders.
Hey, we want to definitely take some time and thank our sponsors for all they do for us here at Disc Jockey News. We're very thankful for all of them. Take some time and click on them. They're down in the show notes. Tell them you saw them here, purchase some stuff, different things like that. If you also take some time, appreciate it if you click like. Feel free to make comments or share the video. We definitely like that and encourage that if you guys want to do that. I appreciate that. So now I'm going to go back to the chat room and see if I can answer some questions. So if you have any questions that I might have missed, I'm going to try to round back here just a little bit. And see who's asking what, and I'll try to answer some questions. Someone said cleaner, and I'm guessing that is you like the second one better. Reggie, Nuts is the name of the business. It's Team Nuts Technology. The guy's last name is Nuttall, and he just did that as a catch thing, and I used to DJ for them and actually travel. I used to have a multi-$100,000 customized truck with like 15 screens in there, 20 speakers, all this kind of stuff. And I used to go and plug into that and spin with them at car shows and stuff. Looking here. Reggie likes the second one also. Cool. Thank you for the comments on what you like. Yeah, because I had no idea what to do with that. I think what I'm going to do next is I think I am going to do the lit one next for the laptop, and do the logo simple or something like that, and then maybe do the website. I'm not really sure. I haven't really decided yet. I'm okay with not being that much up there. Yeah. For Randy, yeah, that was the pictures for Dan and I were both at the Irish pub where we did the DJNTV Insiders thing, and we DJ'd. And it rained partway through. Let's see what else we have here. I would like to have a lit up background on my laptop, but I don't know how to come up with a logo. There are companies out there that design logos. There are websites out there that you can submit and say, I want this logo for my business, and bunches of designers will submit something. You pick, you pay a small amount. There are apps out there. I just saw one the other day that it is a fully encompassing app to where you go into the app, you fill out your business name, what it is, some ideas, and it will spit out logos for you. You just purchase the app. The app's a couple dollars maybe at most, and it will spit out logos for you. And I thought that was kind of neat. And then it also then, if you want to pay to go beyond that one, because you get just the basics out of that, it will then give you complete templates for websites and everything for your business just right from the app, which I thought that was really cool. See who's else asking questions here. Yeah, a lot of them do controllers. There's a lot of different stuff you can do. The NV and the NS7 have touch capacitive knobs. So that would be one of the tough things with them, is replacing the knobs on them. For those of you who don't know what a touch capacitive is, so let's say you have a bass, mid, and high knobs on some of those controllers. The NS6 does different ones that you can have that top of that. So all you do is touch that with your finger and it kills the bass, or you can turn it and it kills it. But that's what theirs is for. So if you replace those, you lose the touch sensitivity on those knobs. Unless someone out there has designed touch capacitive knobs that I didn't know about. But you would lose those if you change those. What about iMac? I'm guessing one of the companies out there definitely has something for that. I don't know. I want to make sure I get these things in the show notes here soon. But the companies that I looked at tonight was 12-inch Skins, Turntables.net, DJStuff.com, Stickerlight.com, Luma Media International, INTL, Color Caps, Chroma Caps, DJ Henry Customs, Pimp My Turntables, My Slipmats, Custom Cans UK, Style Flip, and Orbit Concepts / Jetpack were the ones. And I will definitely put all of the links to all of those in the show notes as we go on. Jimmy makes logos. So Jimmy says, Jimmy does a lot of our graphics for all of like what Disc Jockey News does. He does a lot of our graphics. So hit him up even for something. That's someone you can work back and forth with. For those of you who are in the chat, you've already chatted, you've already hung out, you're already friends. So feel free to do that. We got a lot of time tonight. I wasn't sure whether I could take tonight's show and kind of barrel it into something important other than just show these off. But the main thing I wanted to show is the fact that in the world of a mixed DJ, you really have to make yourself stand out, because there's a lot of DJs out there, and it's hard to be original on just talent alone. But setting these things out, somebody might remember your laptop with the logo. That was one of the things that I was always told from, like I said, from bazillion years ago. People were like, that is such a catchy logo. And that's kind of what, actually, when I designed it originally, I don't know if I still have that up there or not. Yes, I do. Hold on one second. I have what the logo was like originally, because I have, as you see on my walls, I have stickers everywhere. And what it is there's metallic paint under the color paint, so I can take refrigerator magnet and put stickers on it and then stick the stickers I have to the wall and save them, so if I move or something like that, I could take them with me and download it. But this was my first album I ever put out back in the 90s. It was called Dance Machine, was the name of the album. And this was before the logo had headphones. So this is how long this has been going on. But that's what the logo was originally. And then years later added the headphones, believe it or not. So that was the sticker from the first album in the 90s. So that was like forever and a day ago. So it all comes to that. You never know as things develop, and as that develop, I think I am probably going to also go with the I don't know which one. I have a couple friends who have the one backlit ones. Which one do they have? I have to think here for a second. Sticker Light is who they have. Two friends of mine have Sticker Light. And I didn't even know they had them for a while, because when I'd go and hang out, they don't always have them plugged in. So I just see a back of a laptop that has stuff decorated on it. And then one day they're like, yeah, here it is. And he showed me the little pack and how that if you charge it, you don't even have to plug into anything. If that pack's charged, you can get through your whole gig without having it plugged into does not have to be plugged into USB, does not have to be plugged into a power outlet for the gig, because it'll hold the charge for the whole night. And then there's different, like I said, adjustments on there that let that do, whether it be sound activated, and like I said, the ones that you saw go up or down or side to side. Some can do opposite colors. It can be always on. It can be slow fade on and off, change color, stuff like that. So lots of stuff there. We got lots of time, so feel free to ask questions. Doesn't necessarily have to be about the customization stuff that I did tonight. You can ask about anything. and I will do my best to answer that. The reason I kind of did this show tonight is Christmas is coming up, and I thought maybe it would help some of you give those close to you ideas of stuff to maybe get you. Hey, I need a new backpack, dear. That sort of thing. Like I said, some of the companies that I mentioned, you can go in there and design your own, or a lot of them have pre-made. So I could get a pre-made one for my 7000 that's maybe all white or red or something like that I don't even have to design. I can just say I want to write a white controller, a red controller, I want a camo controller, and they just ship it to you. It's already printed, cut out. You get it in a couple days. They give you instructions on how to stick it on there, stuff like that. Same with the turntables and the mixers and all that kind of stuff. Some of the other custom ones that painted, like I think the backpack might take a little bit longer. The Floyd Rose painted headphones take a little bit longer. Customization stuff like that does. So it's always something to look at. Or just do what I do, buy stickers and stick them everywhere. I don't have my current DJ headphones because I have the Pioneer X5s, which I really like, and I didn't put any stickers on them. I don't even know if I could on them the way they're set up. The other ones did, but these ones I don't know if I can, but I would definitely put stickers on them maybe. Definitely put them on there maybe. So in the chat, feel free to ask questions if you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue rambling about my life for no reason. Jimmy's all over the chat. I hope you guys like some of the topics. Again, a lot of my show topics come from people will ask me questions, and that's how the show topics come about. And I'm not sure if this one came about from that or the fact that I was just looking up some stuff one day. I think I was looking up stuff for the backlit LED things, and I said, well, why not look at all of them? Do the knobs come off easier? I never pull on them. If you look at Disc Jockey News, the YouTube page for Disc Jockey News, and do a search for cooler caps, one of my Rewind Report, which is my other show that I do on Disc Jockey News, it's just 3 minutes or less, and it just covers a single topic, piece of gear or something like that. And I did a whole show on the cooler caps when I got them, and shows how that they come off, with different things like that. There are different things because if you pull the cap off, there's a flat side. It looks like a D, the metal post or plastic post, depending on what type of controller you have. And for a zero position, like 12 o'clock noon, that flat point might be different per controller. So one of the reasons I went with cooler cap is that they have the knobs that fit all of the 0 point configuration. So whether your flat point is to the left, flat point's on the right, whatever, they can do that. Chroma caps I think does too, but still that covers almost all of them. And the other reason why I like cooler caps is because I wanted prime colors. Like you saw in some of those pictures, a lot of those are like pastels or fluorescents and stuff like that. I wanted a prime red and a prime blue, and I think they had the best color choice for that. But they give you a little tool that looks like just a little curve, and at the bottom of the curve is a little split, and you just stick it under there and pop it up, or just pull it off, whichever you want. But reason I show you to the videos, you can see the caps, and you can see how I take them off and put them on, and different things like that. I like them. They're just fun things for me. I know a guy in this city that owns a record store, like actual record store, and he has set up there different equipment set up for people to listen to a record if they want to purchase it, because a lot of them are used records. And he said that he put on the mixer colored knobs and a little instruction, so when people come up there, they go, turn the red knob to the left, there's a red knob. So that was kind of his way of organizing it, so you kind of knew, what was what, which I thought that was really cool. One of the guys in the chat said, when I ask my wife for a bag, I think it will be for a body bag. Hope that doesn't happen. But you never know. Trying to read some of the things in the chat here. Looking for someone to make your logo for your cam. Look on Fiverr. Yeah, the Fiverr app is one of the ones I was talking about that you can put in and say, I want this, and people will design it or do whatever it is. You can say what people will do these things for $5. And you can maybe find someone that would design it there. But like I said, you can find local people. For those of you who are older, I'm going to tell you this, and this is about the plainest thing that I can tell you. Just ask someone younger than you. They can whip something together in 10 minutes that you're going to be like, how did you do that? They're like, well, I just did it on my phone right now. don't be afraid to ask someone younger than you to create that and pay them. Don't just take it for nothing. Pay them. Give them something, But there's lots of things like the Fiverr app and different ones. There's a lot of out-of-work graphic designers or part-time graphic designers that would do it. But just kind of, look around you. There's a lot of options out there for logos and stuff. And some, they can be super simple. They don't have to be crazy fancy. I've seen some that go immaculately crazy. Some are pretty simple. So other questions in the chat. We got lots of time tonight. I know I make that sound a lot. I apologize. Definitely, if you have any ideas for next week's show, hit me back for that. I'm definitely looking for more topics. I was talking to someone the other day. I felt that my show is kind of running out of steam because I've covered everything that I could possibly cover. When it comes to like mixing and everything, and there's a whole lot that I really haven't covered. I know I go into a lot more detail in my classes if you take one of my DJ classes. So I don't want to give away a lot of my secrets on that because I'm still trying to figure out how to maybe put that into a DVD form, because there are some things that I do in there in my curriculum that I believe is extremely unique and different than everybody else, and it helps you look at music and mixing much differently than most other people do, and I kind of simplify it and dumb it down in a way. But if you're interested in the classes, contact me, hit me up directly offline, and I can send you information on them, how much they cost, that sort of thing. But I cover everything from in DJ 101. I cover everything from like, this is an XLR chord, this is an RCA chord, this is a gain knob, blah, 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 all the way up to 104, which covers everything for some basic scratching. You'll be able to mix, no matter what two songs, you'll be able to mix them together. You can use, I'm going to be talking about blending in that class. I'm talking about using 4 decks if you want to use 4 decks. Basically, I kind of looked at it and kind of counted that by the end of the class, from the beginning to the end, I will show you, when you take all of them, about 30 different ways to transition 2 songs. And a good DJ will mix 2 or 3 of those together every single mix and make it different every single mix, so that it isn't just beat, match, out, or slam. You're mixing it up 2 or 3 different things, all these different kinds of stuff like that. So, stuff there. What about vinyl wrap stickers or painting your coffin? I know some guys that have some great stuff. I used to have, and I wish I would have thought of that, because I had a case, and I wouldn't be able to find the picture now because I don't remember where the picture is, but I had one of my cases, my coffins. It was black, and I had the same logo that was on the first laptop with the name and the website was on that case. So I did that. I had that customized. So you can do pretty much anything you want. A lot of the cool things is a lot of the coffins and stuff now used to be were only carpeted on the outside. You couldn't do a lot with them, but now they're coming in great colors, like Pro X has them in red and different things like that. So you can really get creative with some of that stuff. I didn't even think about showing that, because there's also ones that are LED lit from behind, so that now that when you turn your equipment on, the case is lit from behind or under to kind of give it an effect. I didn't even think about putting those in there, but that's definitely something you can do to creative. I know when I had my case with the design on the case, that brought me a lot of attention. That really did, and I don't know why I didn't do that with the next case, but I did. I think part of it, the reason why I didn't, is because with the way things are, I usually get a new controller about every 2 years. So I put something into that in 2 years. The case is gone, the controller's gone, everything's gone. I'm on to something new. And I'm about at that point, because I'm actually waiting for NAMM at the first of the year to see what the companies come out with. And I'll probably be switching controllers. If not switching, moving to something else, but still keeping the 7000. What I'll probably end up doing is getting something new by Denon, probably whatever they end up coming out with, keeping the 7000 by backup, and then selling the 6000 MK2 maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But that's why I guess I didn't get into it too much, because every 2 years I know that it's gone on to another thing. Doing it. Someone wants to know when I'm going to do another Q&A about Virtual 8. We could do that really easily, because here's the thing. I did several shows where I did open question night, and they did not get as many views, and I have a feeling tonight's show's not going to get as many views, because it's a topic that's not there for everybody. Last week's I did with Virtual, where I covered the different add-ons and non-stock add-ons. That one did very well, so thank you everyone who watched that and click like and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely could do another question answer, Virtual 7. So definitely that's something, maybe think about, maybe even do that next week. I'm waiting for the logo board to come back for my ADJ Pro event table. Yes, I wish I could have brought that up because Cadillac did. He customized an entire DJ booth for his. Let me see if I can find it here. We have a couple of minutes. For his, he has a wedding company that he does, and he did an entire DJ case. If you start hearing noises here, the thing's might start dinging. Sorry if it does, because I just opened up Facebook. There it is. Let me see if I can find it, because he did put a picture up of it, and that's how far you can even go. That, like I said, for his wedding ones, he just rolls this thing in. If I can find a picture of it here, I think that's it. Yeah. Is that the new one or the old one? This is the new one. Okay, so do this here. I'm trying to get the picture to open up full screen here. Figure out how to do that. Oh, I don't want you to do that. Give me 1 second here. I'm downloading it right now. There we go. And then we'll open it up over here. And we'll open it up over here. And you can see the kind of customization he did. This is his traveling DJ booth for weddings he does. Like I said, he's actually a DMC competitor. The man's an incredible turntablist, but he has a great, a really great wedding business. And this is his portable thing. And the top part on the left there actually slides out to where he has all his laptops and lighting controls and everything. And basically, he just puts the cover on that, rolls it back into his tow behind trailer, and this is his mobile setup with the full turntables and everything in there. And that's how far you can take it if you want to, because you saw his customized decks. And this is the whole setup with it all plugged in there. Like I said, if you knew what was underneath of there and all plugged in, like I said, with all that set up, he can control everything. Like, the man does incredible lighting. He has multiple computers on there. He has wireless video tied into that, everything. So that's how far something can be taken. He's probably real proud if I I didn't even tell him I was going to share that tonight. He probably would have maybe tuned in or something. So, but there's a lot there you can do with that. Yeah, Jason Jan, I built a couple of them. There's another guy, I just blanked on his name. He does stuff with Jason, has a southern accent. I just blanked on his name. He built one. So there's a lot of them out there. I mean, like I said, you're definitely not one. But again, as like I said, this show's about the mixed DJ. You will never use this in the mixed DJ world. You got to understand, because 99% of DJs who do the mixing, you're walking in with a backpack and maybe a case where you might have your controller, or a case where you have your mixer, because you might be bringing in only your mixer and tying into the turntables that are there, or something like that, or the CDJs. But the mixed DJ, if you're doing bars, you're going to probably come in with a controller and a backpack. That's it. The most I carry into most places is the case that the 7000 is in. It came from Pro X, so it's their big case with the slide top. That's the most that I carry in. The least is, do I have it back here if I can reach it? Yeah, I have a soft case from Odyssey. I can pull this up here, and this, I will take this in, and a backpack, and that's the lighter side of the two. Because you just can't fit. Like, I have a gig coming up Saturday where I can't even fit that case into it. I have to go in and sit there with the laptop stand. So you don't. Joe Bunn, thank you there for the choice. That was his name. I don't know why I blanked on his name. Cool guy. But there are so many different options there. But like I said, you as a mixed DJ, most of the show's about the mixed DJ. None of the stuff like that with the custom booths. That's why I didn't want to get into custom booths tonight, because you'll never use it. It's not part of our world ever. But it doesn't mean, just like I say each week on my show, just because most of the stuff's about the mixed DJ doesn't mean people who don't mix and have other sort of jobs in the DJ world doesn't mean that they can't put them to use. So the ideas of all this, like you see Jonathan, like I said, if you saw him, we did a show a while back. You can do back again, another search at Disc Jockey News, and we did a show where we talked about DVS systems, and I went right down to Cadillac's, what I call the Cadillac compound. It's where you wouldn't believe this place he has to do all his business. And he is a DMC competitor, like body tricks, scratching, all kinds of crazy stuff. But he also has his wedding business that's extremely successful. And if some of you knew how much he charged for weddings, you would be like please teach me how to do that, because his brother's funny. His brother's like, yeah, man, he robs people. Every time he does a wedding, he robs people. But he does them up. So when he does these weddings, they're not just little dinky weddings. They're in complete shows that he puts on with the lighting. Every part of the room is lit up perfectly, immaculately, with video stuff going on here and gobo stuff going in there and lighting and the fog. But he just does it all by himself. He just gets out there with that setup that you saw, or things like that. He had one before that was a little bit different. This one's kind of a little bit more compact. But he does that all from that. But again, as a club DJ, you're not going to really do much with that. But as I said, with this stuff you learn here, you can put to use on the other side very easily. GK says that he takes a table to clubs because he hates their booth. I don't know a club that I've ever been into that will let you set up anywhere but in the booth. That's the thing. Like, you might be talking about a bar, which there are bars which you can set up with other stuff if you want. But I'm talking about the places where literally you're in the booth 99% of the time. I wouldn't say 99, 75% of the time when you set up in the booth, you have to use their equipment. So you're going to come in with your laptop and plug it into their mixer and their turntables, put your vinyl plates on it. That's why you would customize the vinyl plates, because nothing else is going to be custom. So you customize your DVS, your Serato plates, and that's what's going to be customized. Your backpack, your laptop, and those. That's 99% of the time. But other ones that don't have anything, like the one I'm going to be on Saturday, I think it has a mixer in there, or it has turntables, but get pushed to the side. Most people come in with just the controller, but it's the booth. I have to set up in there, tie into the house system, and then control the lights myself. Yeah, but bars, yeah. So, but there's lots of bars, which I do. The thing that I do, which is not quite the same as a table, which you can go either way, is I have a couple of double leg, what they call double leg instead of single. They're side by side piano stands that I keep those with me when I travel to stuff that I don't know what's going on. So if worst case scenario comes and there's no table, or their table's crappy, I have that thrown in the back of the car that I'm able to just set up. I take the lid off my case, turn it upside down, put it over top of the piano stand, and then set my case on top of the case flipped over, and that kind of creates like a little thing. And I actually have a small facade that I cover it around with so that it looks a little bit neater, but that's always an option. So it's good to have those backups like that. So yeah. All right, we're almost at the top of the hour. I talked a lot tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you liked tonight's show. Again, if it did, click like, share, all that kind of stuff, because I think I'm running out of topics. Like I said, I think I've covered everything so far. So I hope tonight was something maybe a little bit different, unexpected, unique, that sort of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I may, because of the one guy asking about Virtual 8, I may do an open question night next week. Again, it's not one of our biggest views, so we don't get a lot of people that view the open question night. That's why I don't always do them. But if you guys have questions, feel free to send them to me now or bring them next week. It's your call, whatever you want to do. And maybe I'll do that way. So with that said, again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is kind of cool. Like I said, I remember being a young person not being able to really kind of express my DJ stuff unless I was out somewhere. And now with the internet and stuff, I'm able to do it like this and share. And we're able from all the way from every country that we had tonight. We had Canada, we had, where was the other, Belgium? Holland. We had Holland, we had Canada, United States, different time zones all over the place, plus the people who watch it on demand. Thank you guys for tuning in for watching that on demand. That's a big part of our viewers thing right there is the on demand. So again, thank you guys. Feel free to hit me up later, all that kind of stuff if you have any questions. But until then, take care of yourselves, and more importantly, take care of each other. It's a crazy world out there. God bless.